Hey, welcome to pilot training on XLViz. We're going to get you started nice and fast by starting with you and one of the 7 tacticals you'll be using and the skills they all share as a common pilot. Let's start with skills. Now, I know this is going to be a drag and I'll be Captain Obvious for this one episode, but understanding the details later on will expose a whole new world when you start combining concepts. Sprinting is the most basic function you'll consistently use. Fast movement is such a priority in this game that there's an auto sprint function just to get you moving in the settings menu. Get around fast and be ready for anything that comes. Now, this sounds obvious, but sprint in between cover into buildings as it is a defensively sound option. Don't just sprint in open spaces. You're dead meat out there. It's far easier to take someone out like that, and you don't want to be that guy. As a pilot, you've got to learn to fly around, and to do that, you need momentum. Crouch while sprinting to slide. It's the most basic boosting function in the game. Sliding gives you momentum, which you need to keep if you're going to be zipping around the map. To keep your momentum, time your jump in midair and crouch during your air time to initiate another slide. If performed correctly, you can repeat this for a while. During combat or chases, sliding down hills can offer a great advantage by reducing your hitbox size and making descensions faster. I have no idea why people don't use this tactic often. Sliding uphill is just a bad idea. Another tip, don't hit the ground running, hit the ground sliding. Remember, momentum preservation is the best thing you can do to stay alive, even from a simple wall or a ledge. Next is the step to flight. The walls are your path to elevated momentum. To wall run, jump onto a wall and keep moving forward. While you're running, you can look elsewhere for targets. You can jump from a wall to keep your momentum or slide land, using whichever of the two to keep moving swiftly. Here's a tip, an offensive one. Don't pivot to kill people who cross your path from the walls. Time their jumps and aim where they will be rather than midair, because you're going to miss if you try to get them in the middle of their arc. Third is the boost jump. You get 2 jumps in this game, and the boost jump is designed to maintain or increase movement on the field. The higher you are in most cases, the harder it will be to stay at your elevation while maintaining momentum. As logic dictates, sliding from heights gives you faster boosts thanks to fall speed, useful for staying mobile after a Titan ejection to flat land. There are techniques people use to bunny hop and fly across the field while they're on the ground, but using your environment and learning what common features every stage has is much more important. Not touching the ground means stationary targets have to aim up to fire at you, and fast targets are harder to shoot. That's a double advantage. You should take every single one you can get. Now on the tacticals. Deadeye0691 was very gracious in allowing me to capture the sound design of this game. Sound cues are incredibly important. Now, for grapple. Look and listen. The grapple allows you to attain heights and movement inaccessible to other pilots otherwise. If you value mobility over all tenets of Titanfall and want to feel like Spider-Man, this is the tactical for you. Not that it's all mobility. Check this out. For a not often used tip, remember that you don't have to run up to a wall to get moving faster for grapple. A wall jump or a slide will definitely get you there faster. Incorporate this into your routes. Look and listen. The stem is one of the better multi-purpose tools of the frontier. Not only is it a good out of jail free card or a supersonic right hook, but also just look at this. I'll be saying this a lot, but moving fast helps delay a trigger response from enemies. Sometimes a frontal assault will work because they're literally too slow to figure out what's going on. This will come in handy in the other tacticals though. Look and listen. The AWOL is the camper's best friend and the last stander's weapon. Barriers and shooters are becoming commonplace, and this one makes your bullets even more lethal. Be careful about where you throw it though. It's still a projectile till it hits solid ground, so don't throw it just in front of you and end up like this. Here's a tip for this tactical. It blocks all bullets coming from one side. That means people can jump behind it and try to scare you in front of it. Stand your ground and move to the side, but don't move towards the barrier. You'll end up on the other side and you'll end up blocking your own shots. Look and listen. The phase shift is the ultimate active combat tactical. Almost purely defensive, you effectively blind yourself and others and turn your positioning into a game of prediction. So be unpredictable in your movements when you're in the upside down. Change direction and slide or stand still, take the high ground and cling to a wall or duck behind cover. It's useful to cook grenades in the upside down to hide the sound of the pin being pulled. Also, if you're really good, you can phase into other pilots to explode them. This is useful for campers. Note that when you phase, there's an electric trail that's going to indicate where you're going to be. You need to be able to time this correctly and use your movement immediately after to subvert the expectations.
Your Titan is almost ready.
Look and listen. That shimmer you see? It's not a ghost. This tactical isn't the best versus pilots because you're a really chunky boy and you're not exactly invisible, but it does massively delay reaction times when people see you. If they're not trigger happy, they're often dead. You're at least completely invisible to Titans, which makes dismantling them that much easier. I use it for Titan Slayer builds, but be careful. Your footsteps and jet trails are the biggest giveaways. The Holopilot excels not just in the art of deception, but again, delaying the decision to pull the trigger. Although you can use clones to draw fire and reveal the position of the enemy, this comes in particular use in maps and modes where enemies rely on peak surprise. Be sure to make your clones do what other pilots do. Jump off a wall or slide to make a Holopilot extra convincing while you come slowly behind for the 1-2.
お前はもう死んでいる。
Look and listen. This one's the most obvious. Knowledge is power, and the art of Tremor Sense means that positioning is useless in your area of effect. Pulse Blade notifies enemies in its range. If they ignore it, they're running headfirst into a firing line. You can also land the blade on pilots for an instant sonic kill, but shooting it as an enemy will destroy the blade. This isn't very recommended unless you are with others or have a silenced weapon. You don't want to reveal your position. That's all for now. Next time I forgot about melee. There's not much to elaborate on. It's a one-shot kill and you can lunge with it, I guess. I will say that the AWOL execution actually deploys one and makes you immune to frontal fire. The Pulse Blade execution is also the fastest if you want to swag on people but still want to have a modicum of safety. Anyways, thanks for watching. I implore that if anything here helped you, please like the video and leave a comment if you had anything to say or just wanted to compliment my sexy voice. Follow me on social media here, and all links to any clips are in the description. Again, special shouts out to Deadeye0691 for his amazing help with the making of this series. It's invaluable to me. Anyways, this has been XLViz. I'll see you guys next time.